No one could hear me. No one could reach me. No one cared. I was isolated, trapped, food for something that wore my friend's skin. Maybe that was all that was left of her then. It was here. I heard a few limping footsteps outside the door. The light underneath the front door was stifled by something large standing outside it. I held my breath, waiting, but nothing happened. It just sat there, doing nothing. I grabbed a knife and waited. It was bound to come in at some point, but it didn't. Hours passed. It was well into the night, and the shadow was still there. It didn't make sense. I fumbled with my phone. I needed to get in contact with someone. I knew it was futile, but I had to try again. But then I heard something. Not from the phone, from the door. It was Mabel. "Hey, Ariana. I'm here. I need your help." I didn't move. I didn't speak. It was her voice, but it sounded wet, guttural, like it was her whispering through the mouth of a corpse. "Don't ignore me. Say something. Anything. I need to know you're okay." It was monotone. No concern in its voice. I carefully walked to my bedroom. Then a loud bang. "Don't walk away from me, Ariana. Talk to me." The voice was deeper now. Less Mabel, more something else. I pushed my door closed with a soft click and covered my ears as a barrage of loud bangs broke out across the apartment. I heard them everywhere. My door, the ceiling above, the windows facing the city below. The sound passed after an hour. My body was so tired at this point, partly exhaustion, partly the blood loss from my missing finger. I barricaded my door, clutched my phone, and rested my eyes in the empty bed. I slept maybe an hour or two before something woke me. I sprang up and looked toward the bedroom door. The shadow was under my bedroom door now. It had somehow gotten into my apartment. It was standing there the same way it had outside, but now it was here. I realized I couldn't escape this thing. Whatever it was going to get me. Slowly but surely, it had no issue entering my apartment. It would have no problem breaking into my room. Maybe it was toying with me. Maybe it enjoyed the chase. I felt panic wash over me. Leave me alone, I screamed. I heard a soft laugh break out just outside the door. I returned to my phone, started calling everyone in my contact list again. Silence every time. Like the world outside my apartment building just vanished. Then I realized something. I realized the silence didn't mean the calls were failing. They were going through. Every time, no ringing, no static, just quiet. Someone on the other end was always there, always listening. It was the call center. Every call I made was routed straight back to the center. I only figured it out because of a tiny, almost imperceptible sound, one you'd miss if you weren't desperate enough to listen for it. A spoon scraping the bottom of a plastic parfait cup. "Debbie, from work. Debbie," I said into the phone. No response. Of course not. Debbie wasn't her name, just the one I gave her. None of us knew each other's names. That's how they designed it. Masks, code numbers, shift schedules that barely overlapped. "Hey, no, you. Well, not no you, but we work together. Please, just say something. I think you can help me." Still nothing, and that's when it hit me. They wouldn't answer, not ever. They couldn't. We don't speak. Not to them. It didn't matter what I said, how much I begged and cried, and could I really blame her? I ignored hundreds of calls just like this. That is when I broke. I started laughing, loud, cracked, borderline hysterical, the same kind of laugh I heard from Mabel. That day she realized the truth, that she was calling the same people she sat next to every day, that none of us said a word. Not when it mattered. It was real, all of it. Real people, real demons. God, those poor people. Men, women, and children. The poor children. The creature outside went quiet during my breakdown. Maybe it enjoyed my pain. Maybe it was hoping I'd walk out, still broken, right into its jaws. Once the laughter died and I steadied my breathing, I felt a strange mental clarity. Could have been the painkillers, or sleep deprivation. Either way, I had an idea. If they respond, the creature moves on. That was my theory. I never got confirmation from Mabel, but she had tried it. She screamed into the phone until someone broke the rules. And the thing left her alone. At least that was the hope. I needed to get someone to answer, to break the rules, like Mabel did, like I did. I racked my brain for anything I knew about the people I worked with. Anything that could crack their armor. Then it hit me, Martha. She was always working during my shift. The one with the crossword puzzles and clacking acrylics. The only reason she came to mind was because I knew something about her. I shouldn't. We do our best to hide our identities, but every now and then something slips out. A phrase, the flash of a text on your personal phone, the hint of a tattoo. Her mistake was much more telling and easy to forget. One day I saw a brochure sticking out of her purse, assisted living facility. I recognized the name. My mum had looked into it for my grandfather once. Nice place, private rooms, big windows, expensive, probably why Martha took the job. I grabbed. The phone started dialing. Random numbers, cold calling the call center, over and over. Same silent line, same hollow wait. I listened for her. I waited for the familiar tap of nails on the cheap plastic desk. Fast, plasticky little clicks. Call. Hang up. Call. Hang up. Nothing. Was Martha even on rotation today? I started to feel hopeless. Outside the room, the door handle started to twitch. A soft rattle, like someone trying to figure out the lock dot. It would be in here soon. Then I heard it, the clacking of nails. I prepped the script in my mind. I had one chance. Hello. I said in the calmest voice I could manage. No answer. I take another shaky breath before continuing. I'm calling because your family member at Woodbrooks is in the middle of a situation here. I hoped this was the right angle. During my time working there, every call was frantic, desperate. Just like me. But I couldn't show it. Not if I expected this to work. Nobody at the call center would expect something so calm and collected. The clacking stopped. I had her attention now. I needed to drive it home. Sorry to call this line. Someone at the call center said it was your work line. I just need to confirm some information. Let's start with your last name. I bit my tongue as the door began to unlock. It creaked open slowly. The barricade of furniture slid across the floor like it was a pile of empty boxes. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle a scream. What stood there wasn't wearing Mabel's skin anymore. That was gone, sloughed off like wet clothing. What remained was something raw. A bundle of dark flesh, tentacles and mouths writhing in slow, deliberate motion, snapping, smacking, clicking wetly against each other. They turned toward me slowly. The bundle of wiry flesh writhed towards me in unison. I closed my eyes and tried to keep my voice level. Ma'am, this is an emergency. If I don't get a directive right now, I will need to call 911. I felt warmth descending upon my face, 100 little mouths breathing on my skin in anticipation. Then she spoke. "Is my mum okay?" she asked. The sound of her voice felt like a lifeline being caught in the middle of the ocean. I opened my eyes. To my surprise, the thing was gone. I caught just the tip of a black tendril vanishing around the corner toward my front door. I grabbed the phone again. "Listen, this isn't Woodbrook. I used to work with you. Something's coming for you. The call center. It intercepts your calls. You need to get someone to respond." The line went dead. I stood there, useless. I didn't even know her name, didn't know what she looked like. And yet, I may have just sentenced her to a fate worse than what happened to me. Or Mabel. I felt sick. I didn't leave my apartment for weeks. I needed time to process everything. I'm in a better headspace now. You can thank a lot of expensive therapy for that. I got into this job for the money. I didn't care about the calls. I told myself they were fake, but that was a lie. The truth is I was desperate. I don't know if I would have taken the job if I'd known what was really going on. Honestly, I probably still would have. That's what scares me, but now I have a new purpose, a better one. I'm going to end the call center. I don't know how yet, but I'm working on it. I owed it to Mabel and Martha. I don't care if I go broke, if I lose everything. There are more important things than money in this life, and this place is going to learn that the hard way. Until then, you've been warned. Don't accept a job from the call center that ignores desperate people, real people, scared people being chased by a real threat. I managed to make it out, but most people won't be so lucky. Most people will be hiding in their homes, crying, pleading, begging a bunch of corporate morons in masks to save them from something truly evil. But if you already work in a place like the call center, it isn't too late. If you can help, help. Don't sit idly by and listen to injustice. Don't let the corporations tell you it's all synthetic garbage. Use your own judgment. Be kind. Be curious. You may just save someone's life. And so, our story comes to an end. Or at least, that's all we know for now. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. What's coming next might change everything.